How's it going, y'all? Right now I'm standing on Fish Lake. Truck is just parked on Fish Lake. I'll be honest, that's a little bit scary because it's kind of warm today. Probably this is the last one of these virtual tours where I do that. I'm pretty excited to show you around. Alex, how do you feel about being out here on the ice?
It's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet? Scary?
Thought we were gonna fall in at first. We're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
I'll be honest, we cheated. We just saw those people out there and we were like, we'll probably be
Snow's
good.
a little slushy. We were like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's go. How's it going, y'all? My name is Jesse Lynch. I'm a real estate agent here in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, and this YouTube channel is devoted to two things. The first of which is teaching people about buying, selling, investing in real estate, and the second of which is showing off the amazing place that I live, the Twin Cities of Minnesota. And if either of those two things appeal to you, do us both a favor, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell to get notified, give this video a thumbs up, and say what's up in the comments. I would appreciate that very, very much. Behind me, way back there, is the Maple Grove Community Center. Right over here is the Maple Grove Library. Right back here, beautiful pond. There's another pond right over there. And way back that way is the shops at ARBOR Lakes. I am excited to show you around this one. Also want to say thank you to Nick. Nick actually did a virtual tour on his own YouTube channel for Maple Grove, and a lot of the summer footage is stuff that he took, and I'm very grateful that he's letting us use it. Anyways, it is a beautiful day, and I'm very excited to show you around Maple Grove, Minnesota. All right, let's do it. What's up, dude? All right, y'all, right now we are at the shops at ARBOR Lakes. It might be a little bit loud, and it's because they play music over speakers that are, I don't know, every 12 feet or something like that.
Trying to compensate for the COVID times.
That's fair, yeah, it's pretty quiet here otherwise. But yeah, shops at ARBOR Lakes is basically just a massive outdoor shopping mall.
And it's actually the second largest shopping area in Minnesota.
Aside from
Mall of America.
Mall of America, yeah, which if you watched our Roseville one, that might be a little confusing, but I think in terms of area, this one is bigger in that regard. I do think people spend more money in Roseville, but I think that would be because of the proximity to the city.
Right.
Higher populations in that area.
It's pretty much just a huge outdoor mall, and there's tons of walking space and kind of higher end shops and restaurants around here. The restaurants are actually amazing. Because I grew up in Wayzata, I spent a lot of time here at the shops at ARBOR Lakes, you know, going out shopping and then grabbing food at night. Just a lot of fun memories hanging out here.
Yeah, and from what I understand, I don't know that I've spent that much time here just because I grew up in the southern suburbs, but people really rave about several of the restaurants here. And then I've also noticed that there's a lot of just like high-end shops. It's not like your average strip mall or like an outlet mall, but it's like very nice stores and very high-end restaurants. Okay, and so the boundaries of Maple Grove are to the north. It's like about a mile north of Highway 610, kind of. 610 goes at an angle, whatever. More or less, that's what we're talking about. To the east is 169, to the south is Highway 47, and to the west is Brockton Lane North. more or less.
Yeah.
All right, so we got asked not to film at shops at Arbor Lakes by security guards, so pretty good police presence if you're into that kind of thing. But we will pick up where we left off.
Maple Grove has a population of about 70,000 people, and Maple Grove has an average single-family home price of about $390,000.
As a whole, Maple Grove gets an A on niche.com. Maple Grove schools get an A-.
There's 13 named lakes here, but I would say the 4 most notable ones are Rice Lake, Eagle Lake, Fish Lake, and Weaver Lake.
And there are a ton of parks here, but Alex was telling me about the Elm Creek Reserve.
Yeah. Elm Creek Park Reserve. It's actually the largest park in the Three Rivers Park District. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a big park district. They have like parks all around Minnesota, but it's the biggest one. It has like 19 miles of paved walking and biking trails and like 11 miles of cross-country ski trails in the winter. There's also a bunny hill, a terrain park, and a tubing hill. So it's just a huge outdoor park area that you can go to all year round. But enough talking, let's go show you around.
Let's do it. Right now we are at the Elm Creek Park Reserve, and over here is probably like one of the dopest playgrounds I've ever seen. Look at those slides.
Yeah, too bad it's closed.
And then there's a sledding hill over there. There's a beach over there. This place is crazy. Didn't you like cross-country ski here?
Yeah, it's pretty traumatizing to be back here because I did a lot of cross-country skiing in high school. Before school on Fridays, I'd pack my snowboard and then I'd come to Elm Creek and ride the terrain park with some buddies.
All right, but what are the pros and cons of Maple Grove? What's the first one I'm gonna say?
Schools.
Schools, for sure. Schools are really good here. It might not be like the highest, you know, top tier schools that you find in Edina, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Woodbury, Wayzata, but they're undeniably very, very good schools here.
Maple Grove as a whole is very well taken care of, and you can see that in the park and just in different city areas.
Yeah, like, but I mean, here, this is obviously like a really, really great park. But then also like the mall areas, the downtown areas, they're also very like undeniably nice malls. They're not like dated malls from the 70s. They're undeniably nice places. Which brings me to that I think the homes in Maple Grove are pretty widely very, very nice houses. Well taken care of, a high pride of ownership.
I think Maple Grove also lends itself to a very active lifestyle. You know, with the parks here and all the outdoor shopping areas, it's great for people who don't consider themselves to be homebodies.
Even though it's a suburb, there's plenty of outdoor spaces, parks, but then also restaurants to go to and shopping and all that kind of stuff.
Which leads me to my first con. Everything might be conveniently located, but at the same time, it feels like everything is within a mall.
Yeah, like there isn't like any stores that are just a standalone store.
Yeah.
Or they're like in a huge development. If they're standalone, they're like in the parking lot of a mall.
Yeah.
I would say my first con is that it's a little bit far out of the cities. I think it's probably about a half an hour from downtown Minneapolis and even further from downtown St. Paul. And on top of that, if you're commuting to the city, you have to take I-94, which it's a main highway here for sure, but it can be a pretty big bummer, especially on Friday nights like after work when
Definitely.
everybody else is heading up north. That can be a drag.
And then I would say the last con is that it's pretty expensive here. The average single family home is around 400, just under 400 grand.
And where I think the average is around 320 grand in the Twin Cities area as a whole. But you know, with higher home prices comes higher taxes. With higher taxes comes more public spaces at your disposal, like the one that we are currently in. And let's go for a ride. All right, y'all, right now we are at Donahue North Park here in Maple Grove, which is just an example of one of the many great sort of park spaces and public parks here in Maple Grove.
And I also think it's a great representation of the diversity in housing stock in Maple Grove. For example, over on that side, there are a lot more modest homes built in the kind of 60s, 70s, 80s. Smaller square footage, like 1,500, 2,000.
Yep.
Whereas a lot of the homes in front of us and up here are newer builds, you know, post 2000, have a lot more square footage, kind of more modern looks.
And these are like more of like your classic sort of bordering on McMansion, but not in like an offensive way. Like they're, you know, nice, big suburban houses. So after doing this virtual tour, really both agreed like Maple Grove would be a great place to live. Super convenient, has a lot of really good things going for it. But all right, anyways, just want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. Thanks for the support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Click the bell to get notified. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up. Say what's up to Alex in the comments. And if you're thinking about moving to the Twin Cities, get a hold of us any way you can to thetwincities.com. You can reach out directly to me at jesse@tothetwincities.com. But actually, we both have showings that we have to get to.
Yeah, we gotta go.
So thank you again so much for watching, and we will see you next time.